I've said it before and I'll say it again. Dentistry is an incredible profession. You get to work with your hands, you get to help people and make a difference in their lives. You have the opportunity to be a business owner. You can make really good money, all while being able to maintain a good work-life balance. But dentistry isn't all great things. There are some drawbacks that maybe will change your mind on whether or not you want to pursue dentistry as a profession. We'll start off talking about the debt. Dental school is super expensive. The average student graduates with $300,000 worth of debt. Do you really want that much debt just looming over your head for the next 20 years as you make minimum payments, only for it to be forgiven and then to be slapped with a tax bill for it? Maybe you're not that debt averse, or maybe you are extremely debt averse. But the debt is real and it has a very large impact on your future and maybe even your family's future. So it is definitely something to consider, and it's only going up. Dentistry is a very physically demanding job. You might not think it, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You do a lot of sitting, you are looking down, so it puts a lot of strain on your neck. You are often contorting yourself into various positions to try and get better visibility for the work that you're doing. Approximately 1/3 of all dentists who retire early are forced to due to musculoskeletal problems. On top of the strain on your neck, shoulders, and back, you also are working through loops most of the time, which can cause some eye strain, damaging your eyes. And if that wasn't enough, the hand pieces or the drills and the ultrasonic scalers that are used in dentistry can cause ear damage due to the constant loud, high-frequency noises that they produce. So if you don't think that dentistry is a physically demanding career, think again. And if you're someone who already has problems with vision, hearing, or your neck, shoulders, and back, you might want to reconsider. As if the physical demands weren't bad enough, the emotional demands that dentistry puts on you are also a lot to take. As people, we like to be liked. We can often tell the people that genuinely like us and when someone genuinely dislikes us. Sure, you've got those people that might say to your face that they like you and then talk trash behind your back, but in general, we can kind of tell how people feel about us. In dentistry, you can regularly have patients tell you how much they hate the dentist, how much they aren't excited to be here. Anything along those lines you can think of, you will hear it. In my experience in the clinic at my school, I hear this probably at least once or twice a week. It can be hard for some people to not take that personally. I get it. I understand that there are many reasons why people don't like coming to the dentist. Not everyone is like me, or I'm sure many of you, where we've had nothing but great experiences in a dental chair. There are some people that have extreme dental anxiety, fear of needles. They come in with pain and there's nothing that you can do to get them out. All of these things can make people grumpy, and that is why there are lots of people that don't like coming to the dentist. It's estimated that about 36% of people have dental anxiety. That's 3 or 4 out of every 10 patients you might see that will come in with this anxiety and very well could say something along the lines of how much they hate being at the dentist. So you need to be prepared for that. So if you are one of those people that has to be liked by everyone and can't really handle being told that people don't like you, you might want to think twice about becoming a dentist. This kind of goes without being said, but dentistry is a stressful career. Sure, you hear stories about the great work-life balance and how much money you can make, and there are a lot of great things about dentistry that have been discussed. But the stress starts as soon as you decide you want to become a dentist. The stress of having to do well in all your undergrad classes. Then you've got the stress of doing well on the DAT, then the stress of applying, then the stress of interviewing. And then it doesn't end once you get accepted to dental school, because then you have the stress of all the debt that we've talked about. You have the stress of doing well in those exams. You have the stress of learning these new hand skills that literally nothing else in the world can prepare you for. And on top of that, For those of you who want to apply to a specialty program, you have the stress of all of that application stuff all over again. You have the stress of boards and licensure, of meeting your graduation requirements. You have the stress of finding a good job after school. And for those of you who choose to start or own your own practice at some point, you have all of the stress associated with owning your own practice, with basically no education in how to run a business, and dealing with things like managing staff, maintaining your overhead, finding new patients for the practice. I am not trying to persuade anyone to not pursue a career in dentistry. I'm not trying to freak you out, but you do need to be made aware of some of the downsides of the career and many of the things that can contribute to dentistry being a very stressful career. It isn't all stress though. I'm not trying to persuade anyone away from pursuing dentistry as a career. I just want you to be made aware of these things. There are plenty of incredible moments in your journey to becoming a dentist. From doing well in difficult classes, crushing the DAT, finally getting accepted, doing your first filling, having patients thank you repeatedly for the difference that you've made in their life. All of these things are incredible experiences that you can have to look forward to as you work to become a dentist. And those moments just might make it all worth it. That's really only for you to decide.